Hi everybody, welcome to the Jaden Show. I'm Jaden Cornelious. I've got a country style show for you today. I don't know why I went into West Country voice then. That was really bizarre. But anyway, I've got a country show for you today. We are going to be chatting to Rita de Los Angeles, from American artist from California, now living in Germany, singer, songwriter. She's amazing. You're going to meet her in a minute. But you know what? I want to show you one of her videos. This is called Riding Shotgun. This is Rita de Los Angeles.
Riding shotgun, the world's in view, ribbon road, the sky so blue, the breeze is whispering, the sun on our skin, your hand on the wheel, and with the wind I don't know where we're going, but I'll go anywhere with you. I have no way of knowing if we're just passing through. Sun in our eyes, feeling so alive, riding into the sunset. Still feels like we just met. I'm riding shotgun and you're the one. I wanna share the rivers, mountains, stars. I wanna be wherever you are. Years go by, memories in the rear view. The road's still calling, the sky's still blue. The miles getting longer, a new story begins. Still chasing the lights, driving against the wind. I don't know where we're going, but I'll go anywhere with you. I have no way of knowing if we're just passing through. The sun in our eyes, feeling so alive, we're riding into the sunset. Still feels like we just met. I'm riding shotgun and you're the one. I wanna share the rivers, mountains, stars. I wanna be wherever you are. We're riding into the sunset. Still feels like we just met. I'm riding shotgun and you're the one. I wanna share the rivers, mountains, and stars. I wanna be wherever you are.
You are going to have to exercise patience because we are going to be chatting with Rita in a minute. But first, we need to go to a very quick Jaden Show commercial break. Are you ready, kids? I want you to put your hands together and applaud as loud as you possibly can so she can hear it all the way in Germany. And welcome to the Jaden Show, this week's extremely special guest, the amazing Rita de Los Angeles. Guten Abend. Bienvenido, Rita de Los Angeles.
Rita de Los Angeles.
How are you?
I'm in the house.
You are, well, in the house in Germany.
Yes.
Absolute. How are you, lovely? How's Germany?
Germany is freaking hot right now. We've got some very warm weather. We've had for several weeks now. It's actually hotter here than in California, believe it or not.
Wow. Yeah, England's been suffering as well. Like, to see my mum sweating and having Anki on her head all the time is a bloody first. So yeah, that's crazy. It's bloody hot. It's not hot where I am because I'm really high, but not personally. I'm really high up in the mountains. Yeah. But in Mexico as well, it's pretty bloody hot. My 37.
Yeah, it's really hot. And as a musician, I'm actually like having to rethink: do I really want to do live open air concerts?
With no air in the open, probably just heat and humidity.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, do I want to switch my concert schedule each year more to like pivot towards the spring and fall?
Spring and autumn, yeah. Well, do you know what though? It is mid-July now, so you've only got another couple of weeks and it starts snowing. So you're right. It is Europe after all. You know.
Yes, and then what I do is I pivot my life and start following the sun with my travel plans. Going to Portugal in the fall, then back to California in the winter.
That's not such a bad idea, to be fair, if it's doable. But I want to take you back because you are a singer-songwriter, country rock musician. Love it, absolutely. How did it all start for you? Like, I want to take you back to little mini Rita, you know, back in the day. What was going on around you at the time musically that kind of got you into becoming a country rock artist?
Well, it is kind of like the chocolate falling into the peanut butter jar. A lot of accidents happen.
Okay.
I ended up being a country artist totally by accident. So when I was a teenager, I was totally into rock. I loved Led Zeppelin and AC/DC. And my parents, who were immigrants from Egypt, they wanted to feel more American. So they listened to country music all the time. And I hated it. But I grew up on it. And it's what I was familiar with. And unfortunately, it took my mother passing away in 2020 for me to get into country music. And I noticed that when she passed away, all I wanted to listen to was country music because it made me feel close to her.
Yeah, of course.
And unfortunately, sometimes in life, you know, when bad things happen, you become creative because you become very introspective. Mm-hmm. And I started writing my own songs and developing my country voice. And I've been a musician my whole life. I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
But I played mostly rock and jazz and blues. And then as an adult, I studied flamenco guitar for many years.
Wow, amazing.
So I've got really good rhythm because, you know, when you play flamenco guitar, you turn your guitar into also a percussive instrument.
Yeah.
So I took these disciplines that I've learned all these years and brought it to the country stage. So when I perform, I sit on a cajon, which a cajon is that box that a lot of flamenco artists use when they play in a flamenco band. So I took this cajon and I created I have these two pedals. One pedal, my pedal on the left is my bass drum. The pedal on the right is my snare. So I use a brush hammer to get the snare effect. So when I perform, I'm sitting on this cajon and I'm playing like a cajon drum set. I'm playing guitar, and I'm singing, and I produce my own backing tracks. So, so I'm like a full one-woman band.
All you need is a harmonica and a kazoo, and you're done.
I tried that.
Oh,
that was it was a bit too much. But I also have a shaker on my left ankle and a tambourine on my left foot, and I've got the whole percussion thing going on. So when people come out to see me live, it sounds like a full band. And so I'm doing my country original songs, and all the line dancers that come out to see me know what choreography goes with my songs, and I count them in so that if you're a line dancer and you don't maybe know my song, I'll say, all right, the dance starts on count 33. I'm going to give you a heads up with a 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they all start dancing. So I'll be in a concert hall with 300 line dancers, and it is the most amazing feeling to be performing one of my songs, and I see 300 people dancing in a line.
That is mad and amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's really cool. It's really weird though. I mean, like, why country? I mean, I know because you listen to it a lot, so I get the listening to it to feel close to your mother once she passed. But why did you, as an artist, go to country, and why did you not go to flamenco, or why did you not go to rock and jazz and blues? I mean, what was it about country, apart from listening to it avidly, that you just thought, this is how I want to establish my brand, my artistry now?
I think because country for me became my heart language.
Right.
Country is very much about storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that when I was writing my own songs, I was telling a story of my life and just processing the things that were happening. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel that other musical genres really did that for me. Right. I feel like rock is more about like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I'm not really about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I feel like I've got more layers to myself, and I felt that the country music and the fact that I'm a bit more country rock allowed me to peel a lot of the layers of my life story. And I think also my voice. I have a very resonant sounding voice, and I think it really sounds great in the country music.
Wow. So Rita de Los Angeles was born then?
Exactly. Yeah, Rita de Los Angeles was born. My flamenco guitar teacher gave me that stage name when I was studying with him. I studied with him for 10 years, Federico de Malaga, and he would greet me every Saturday morning when I'd walk in with several guitar rasgueados. Rita de Los Angeles is in the house, and just kind of stuck.
Amazing. How long have you been living in Germany now?
I've been in Germany. I was kind of doing it part-time from 2009 to 2011, where I've been here 6 months, and then in the States for 6 months, and then as of 2012, full-time.
Full-time. Was the flamenco lessons and everything in the States, or was that all in Germany?
Always in the States. I went to Sevilla a couple times for some flamenco workshops for a week or two. But since my teacher was from Malaga, which is Andalusia in Spain, he was an amazing player. So I learned flamenco from an authentic Andalusian.
Wow, amazing. So you've left the USA to go to Germany. Did you then think, right, well, I'm just going to carry on doing my music and become an artist, or did it take a bit of a downturn for a little bit while you were getting established? I know as a singer, I was doing really, 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 really well in England, and then I come to Mexico and I'm just like, shit, like I've got to learn a new language and new culture and new weather, and I'm far from everything I've ever known. And all of a sudden, apart from watching all the old videos that I remember as a kid to find that connection to who I was before, it took me quite a while to get back into my music when I got to Mexico. Did the same happen for you? Was it put on a back burner, or was you like, right, Rita de Los Angeles is in Germany, let's do this shit?
No, this is where I really thrived. I mean, when I was living in the States, I was studying flamenco guitar very seriously. I mean, I would practice. I had a career in the movie business, and I would literally wake up at 5 in the morning. I'd practice till 8 in the morning. So I'd practice during the work week 3 hours a day. And then on the weekends, I played all day, like 8, 10 hours. So, I mean, I was really serious about it.
Really, yeah.
But I also had a career doing something else to pay the bills. So then what happened was I became an accidental singer.
Okay.
So I moved to Germany, and I'm still playing.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jeffrey Cundy. I am the author of Progressions Classics.
Oh, excuse me. I just I hit a button that I
didn't know Jeffrey was coming onto the show as well. That's amazing. Tell him we'll do just one for him on his own. Tell him.
So basically, I came to Germany and was just playing flamenco guitar just as a hobbyist. I wasn't performing anywhere. Sometimes people would ask me to come play at their parties. And it just felt so empty because with flamenco, it's very much of an active listening art. And when I would play for American friends or European friends, people would listen for a song or two, and then they just start talking like it's supposed to be background music, but it's very spiritual. You have to be like an active listener. Yeah. And so I got very disenchanted with requests for me to come bring my guitar and play for people. So I just played because I love flamenco, and I would just do it for my own soul. But then something happened to me in Germany, and I don't know if this was hormonal, but I suffered a really bad episode of panic attacks. Mm-hmm. And it started in May of 2018. I was just reading in bed, and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. I was like, I had a wonderful day that day. It was a holiday weekend. I had no reason to be stressed out. And all of a sudden, I just cannot breathe. And this went on for 3 weeks. I had 50 panic attacks a day. And it literally, if you've never had a panic attack, it literally feels like you are going to die. You are going to suffocate. Yeah. It's horrible. And I thought, oh my God, this is it for me. I'm cooked. I'm done. I'm not going to have a normal, productive life. My wife and I went to go talk to a few hospitals for me to check into. And one of my neighbors was having a garden party, and it was a sing-along garden party. And so I went and sang for 3 hours, and I noticed that during those 3 hours of singing, I didn't have a panic attack. And it was like the first 3 hours in those 3 weeks that I had a break.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So I thought to myself,
something in this.
I play guitar. I can maybe do this at home. See what happens. So I go home the next morning. The first song I learn is Kung Fu Fighting, and I'm singing Kung Fu Fighting and playing guitar because I just feel like that's the right song for what I'm feeling right now. And I start learning a few more songs, and I noticed that within a few minutes of maybe a panic attack starting, as soon as I start singing, the panic attack goes away. So it cuts the cramp of this breathing issue. So within 2 weeks, I learned 20 songs.
Sweet.
And then within a couple months, I was hosting sing-alongs in my living room. And I mean, I've been panic attack free since. So that was 2018. I never took any medication for the panic attacks. I did go to a psychiatrist. He did prescribe to me, I think it was Ativan. I never took them. I just had them in the house if I really felt like there was no other way.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I found the singing was my cure. And so I kind of took the singing to a whole act. And now I'm a full-time musician.
This is amazing. Well, they say music is therapy. You've just completely explained why it can be. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when I went for the follow-up visit with the psychiatrist and I told him the story, he's like, you're going to put us out of business.
God forbid people are healthy after seeing doctors, eh?
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So I started doing live music as sing-alongs, and it just kind of
progressed.
After it progressed, and then unfortunately, after my mother died, that was kind of the creative impetus for me writing songs. So all of a sudden, songs started to come up in all kinds of crazy places, on the airplane, at the grocery store, in the shower.
Yeah.
I mean, just really random places. And I would always record the melodies on my cell phone. I'd have a notepad on me and just start writing the lyrics. And I'm like, oh God, I hope I don't have an appointment. I want to go finish this song. Yeah. So everything has been by accident. And then I didn't want to spend crazy money on recording the music. So I learned how to record music. I learned how to mix my own music. I play most of all the instruments on my recordings. Sometimes I have friends help me out and they'll record the instruments I need. But I really try to do everything myself because I just love it. I mean, I find that when I record my own songs, there's just so much creativity, and I don't want anybody changing what's inside me, because when you start working with somebody else, they start changing it based on what they love and what they like. And I'm such a people pleaser that I probably just say yes, and then it's not really my music. And then with the whole mixing, it feels like a sonic puzzle that I want to solve. And so I really wanted to learn mixing myself because I didn't want to give that up because I enjoy it so much. So I really love all facets of music. I love the songwriting part of it. I love the recording and mixing, and I love performing. I just love it all. I wish there were 48 hours in a day.
That's amazing and really inspiring as well. I mean, it's just, for you to do, literally, you are a one-woman show. This is it. I mean, it's
yes, I'm my own manager. I mean, I've had people approach me wanting to manage me. I'm like, no, because then you're going to want me to perform 120 dates a year, and I don't want that. So I like to have time for it all.
Have all the reins, just like I'm doing it the Rita de Los Angeles way. This is it. And why not? Absolutely. It's probably where it is way better. Yeah.
And me doing it myself, I've ended up on the national stage all by myself. No PR person, no manager. So just recently, in March of this year, the major television network here in Europe, Arte, A-R-T-E, they're kind of like, if you're American, they're kind of like the NPR of Europe, or if you're from Great Britain, they're kind of like the BBC.
Yeah.
They emailed me, and I actually thought it was like a fake email, because as a musician on Spotify and streaming services, I get weird emails all the time.
Yeah.
And they're, more times than not, it's just bullshit. So I get this email, and they're like, we really love your songs, and we noticed that you have this big line dancer following in Germany, and you have this large LGBTQ queer community line dance scene in California. We think you'd make this really interesting artist portrait on our monthly documentary series, Art to Tracks. Would you be available for a telephone conference to talk about being featured on Art to Tracks? And there were all these links, the director's links of all her different films, and then the links to the different documentaries they've done, and I'm not clicking anything. Yeah. So I kind of go through the back door to I type in the director's name to see if she's real, and all the different links. I kind of just Google everything versus hitting a link. And I'm like, it kind of all checks out. I think I'll respond to the email. So I did, and like 3 days later, we had a Zoom call, and she was a real human being. And then what do you know? A month later, we're filming the documentary in Ojai, California. And then another month later, we're filming the rest of it in Germany with a real film crew and everything. So it was real. Amazing. It wasn't fake. And now, this network is in 360 million households in Europe. This is going to air in all 27 EU countries. Realistically, maybe 25 to 32 million people will see it out of those households. But it will air this fall, winter of this year, and they're doing a feature on queer country, and I'm one of 2 artists being featured in this documentary.
Do you know what? Don't delete all your spam emails before you check them. That's amazing. I just delete everything without checking and think, it's going to be it. Yeah, I've never even opened something so thank God you got the divine calling to actually check that one out, mate.
Oh yeah. I keep pinching myself, and all my fans came out to support me. In California, I had all these queer line dancers that showed up to my show for the filming and were interviewed on camera. And then I had all my German line dancers come to my farm. I live on a farm in Germany, and I have this huge hay loft. And I had about 60 dancers in my hay loft, and we filmed. And they learned all this different choreo to my songs. And it's just such an amazing feeling and tribute to have people take the time to learn choreography and come together and perform it at my shows. Absolutely. When you see 300 people doing the exact same choreography.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's just so powerful. It's addictive. It's really addictive.
I used to do line dancing in London, and I started one of my partners at the time was a line dance instructor, so I used to teach the beginners line dancing. I couldn't even do probably one step now. I've forgotten it. It was decades ago, but I used to love line dancing. Absolutely love it. It was so. I even went to I used to have like line dance festivals out in the countryside in South England, and I even went to a line dance festival and stuff. It was wicked. There's nothing here, unfortunately, like that, but it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Although where I sing 4 days a week in a boutique hotel in the city, and one of the owners is from the States, and he used to do line dancing. So occasionally, like if there's not too many Mexicans in, we do like a bit of a country half hour, and I always end up with something like Achy Breaky Heart, and he jumps off his stool and starts doing his. It's wonderful. I love it. I'd love to get back into it, actually. Maybe I need to come and visit you guys in Germany.
Yeah, well, one great way to learn line dancing, if anyone's interested, is start with some YouTube videos. Just do it in your living room or in your bedroom. I find it easy to do it with some socks. If you have like a hardwood floor or tile floor, wear some socks, and there's some really great beginner dances one can learn on YouTube, or learn like maybe the top 20 different kinds of steps so that you're just familiar with the jargon.
And then get yourself out to Germany to a Rita de Los Angeles concert.
Yes.
And join in. Yes. Yeah. I teach Zumba, so I can move all right for a little white boy, little white Winnie the Pooh bodied white boy at the moment. But I say I would I really enjoyed doing line dancing. That was just super cool. So how amazing. And so I can imagine seeing 300. I mean, it's really cool actually, just, like being on the stage and having, I used to do Zumbathons for charities. I have a non-profit organization in the UK. So I used to do a lot of Zumbathons for charities. So, and when you get up on stage and you have, like 100 or so people all copying you doing a routine, even that in itself is pretty cool. But to have a song that you've written playing and having 300 people dancing a whole routine, that it must be just wow,
It's
overwhelming.
awesome. I love it. I really love it. And then when I also like to do I like to take classic rock songs like AC/DC, or like a song like "You Took Me All Night Long" or "Born to Be Wild" and turn it into a country song.
Wow, okay.
That is so much fun. And it's funny because I love it when I say I'm going to do this song. I'll tell the audience I'm going to do AC/DC's "You Shook Me All Night Long," and they all kind of look at me like
it's not really fitting for tonight's line dance.
Exactly. And I'm like, don't worry, it's going to be a country version. And I tell them which choreography they're going to dance to. And I said, don't worry, I'm going to count you in. I'm going to give you a 5, 6, 7, 8 heads up when the dance begins. And so when I do that song, they dance to a choreo called Cree Cree. And what's so cool is their claps go just in the right spot in the chorus. And then I just love watching their faces because they just look like kind of so surprised how good that country version sounds.
And it works.
And how perfect it is with that choreography. Yeah. And they just look so happy. And then I'm here and I see them singing along to the chorus. And it's just it's the cutest thing ever.
Do you ever join in the dancing?
I can't because when I perform, I'm performing cajon.
Oh yeah, no, you are like kind of multitask on a huge ADHD scale. But I mean, like, do you ever like if you was ever in a show where there was, I don't know, they'll play some music, do you ever like think, oh well, sorry, I'm going to go and join in with one of the dances at some point, or is it?
I have like sometimes during the break. When I take my little break, sometimes I'll hear a song during the break that's being played on MP3, and I'll kind of pop in there and just kind of dance through half a song. Sweet. But I do love to dance.
But the stage
I wish I had more time. But
yeah, I'm surprised you get any time. To be fair. That's bloody
I have come up with my own choreography for some of my songs. So I'll make some choreography videos on YouTube.
Wonderful.
That go with the song. But I've decided that, there is a limit to how many choreographies you as a line dancer can learn. So I've decided that I would rather, when I write new songs, I want to try and find an existing choreography that goes with the song, rather than come up with a new choreography, so that my music is more accessible to the line dance scene.
Fantastic. Did you get into line dancing prior to being a line dance singer, or did you kind of get into line dancing because actually supplying the music for line dancing was how it happened, kind of thing, or did you have like an interest?
Yeah, it's a great question. Now when I was in my 20s, I did do line dancing. Mm-hmm. I did it for a few years, and then I didn't have time for it anymore, and I stopped doing it. But I noticed that as a country artist who was performing live, that if I wanted to quickly create an audience at my live shows, I realized very early on that the line dance community is a great way to fill a room.
Right.
The idea came because I was performing shows and they would show up, like a few would show up, and I'm like, I really like performing and having these people dancing and doing line dancing. Yeah. That's really cool. It's great eye candy for the audience.
And for you.
And for me, it's fun. And then I thought, maybe at my next shows, I'll go on the internet and I'll see what other line dance groups there are. And so I started contacting the trainers of these different line dance groups. And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. And they would literally bring like 20, 30 people. And before you know it, I was like outgrowing these clubs, because if I invited a few line dance groups, the place would be packed. So then I started moving into concert halls, like where like really famous people perform.
Yeah, amazing.
And so it's funny because the concert halls, like, you know, they're in the beginning they don't really expect that much of me, but they tell me like I'm their top seller, like that.
Really?
I actually my shows sell out faster than household names.
Wow.
So, like, there's this one concert hall, they call me, my nickname is Top Seller.
Really?
It's so funny because when they open up the ticket sales online, my show will sell out within 3 days, whereas like the household names might take a couple months to sell out, but I sell out in just a few days, because the key to my success is months before the tickets go on sale, I already have contacted my line dance groups and given them the date, and I find out how many people are coming, and then the tickets go on sale. So it creates a total free-for-all on the tickets, and they go really, really fast.
This is incredible. So bloody amazing businesswoman on top of creative.
Yes.
Oh, that's super cool. Long may you reign, sister. That's
So I don't need
bloody-
a manager.
No, you
I
don't.
don't need
You
a manager.
really don't. I need you to manage me. Bloody hell. Okay, we'll be in touch.
I just need less sleep.
You want me?
I
Listen.
need more hours in the day.
Yeah, that's what you need. Yeah, I think your sleep needs to be done because, you know, you've got to keep yourself well and healthy. But I think a few more additional hours to a day would be a better idea. So you've told me about this documentary, which is, you know, following you around, which is going to be coming out at the end of this year. What else is going on for you at the moment?
Well, I've got lots of live shows this year. I have a couple of headline shows I'm doing here in Germany. And then I'm playing at the Country Music Festival in Germany, in Erfurt. They're the biggest European country music festival. So I'll be there in early October. And then I'll be back in California for a couple of shows in December. And the other thing I'm working on is an Elvis theme. So I am a musician because of Elvis. Elvis was my first love. I, as a little girl, just loved Elvis. I loved singing his songs. I would listen to Elvis any free time I had as a kid. And then when he died in 1977, I was 7 years old. And I cried for 3 days because I could not believe my hero is dead. And there's never going to be another new Elvis song that's ever going to come out. I was just
Mortified.
beside myself.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I started learning guitar, and I just started singing Elvis songs when I was a little kid. And I realized about a year ago, oh my God, in 2027, in August 2027, it'll be 50 years the King has been gone. So I'm working on an Elvis country show. So I'm going to be doing Elvis songs, but in a country style. And I'm going to be working with line dance trainers from all over. And we're going to come up with the choreography that goes with my Elvis country versions. And I'm going to do, starting next summer, an Elvis line dance theme for maybe a year.
That's amazing.
I just have to figure out my outfit, because that's like the most challenging part. It's like, what the fuck am I going to wear? Because, you know, I'm 56 years old. I don't want to wear polyester. And I don't want to do the like leather Elvis, because like when I perform, it's very physically active.
Yeah.
It's like sports. I have to practice every day, at least 90 minutes. It's like, you know, because it's the cajon, the pedals, the guitar.
It's every part's moving, yeah.
It's a stamina thing. So I have to keep training. So clothes have to be breathable, because I do sweat. Now, if I start wearing like a polyester Elvis suit or a leather suit, I'm not going to do so well.
You're going to be,
stage.
you would have melted or passed out before the end of your first 3 songs, probably.
Yeah. So I got to figure out what I'm going to, because I kind of wanted to do an Elvis look. So actually, today I was driving. I had somewhere to be, and I had to do a lot of driving today. So I found some Spotify playlist of like women who sing Elvis songs, and I drew some inspiration, and I heard all these different women from the like 60s and 70s singing Elvis songs, and I thought, a light went on, and I thought, oh my gosh, why don't I do rockabilly Elvis? Because then I can wear like a short sleeve sort of Grease. You know, you remember the movie Grease?
Oh my God. Olivia Newton-John was my muse.
Yeah, so maybe I do rockabilly Elvis, because then I can wear like baggy pants and
lots of denim.
Yeah, I can do that. And still wear the cowboy hat.
Perfect, absolutely.
So that's what I think I'm going to do.
I can't wait. What my next question was going to be, what does the future hold for you? But you've already told me part of it, because this sounds bloody amazing. But if you were going to go like, let's go a bit longer than just, by next summer, what are your plans, aspirations, dreams, goals? Like, what's in store for the future of Rita de Los Angeles?
Well, I would really like to write more songs and get them out on the streaming platforms. That's probably been my biggest challenge, is finding time to like literally only record, like where I have like, let's say 2 or 3 months, just record and mix. And I've been very much like, okay, I'm going to take 2 hours. I have 2 hours free, and I'm going to record the guitar parts for the song.
Right.
And then weeks go by. I'm going to record the bass parts of this, so it's very much like hit or miss.
Trying to steal hours from your schedule, yeah.
Yeah, so that's been tough. But I would like to figure out in the future, how do I start doing things more seasonally, where it's a couple months, it's only recording and mixing, couple months performing, and that's that. Mm-hmm. So I would like to release more songs. I have a lot of songs I've written that have just not been released. I have a lot of catalog I've recorded. I just haven't mixed it. So there's a lot of inventory. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So I would say over the next 3 to 5 years, I would like to release, I would love to release at least 3 or 4 songs a year, so that, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, my catalog will be somewhere around 25 songs. That's my goal. Right now, I only have 10. And I just don't feel like that's enough. It's not substantial enough. So that's where I'd like to put more focus, is on recording and mixing. I do hope in the future, the long-term future, being 56 years old, I kind of hope that I could be kind of like a Willie Nelson, where I'm just playing into my 70s, 80s,
nice.
till, I drop. I would love that.
From your lips to the goddess's ears, mate.
I would love that. I draw a lot of inspiration from a lot of the sort of grandma disco queens and DJs that are being glorified on TikTok, on social media. Yeah. So I kind of see myself, being 56, that, okay, maybe I could be like just doing that as an old lady till I can't do it anymore.
I'm 53, so I plan to be doing Zumba dance routines at 70. That would be really cool, as well as my music and other things that I do. But yeah, I get you. I completely get you.
I think when you get older, you just don't care. Like,
no.
You don't care if people think you're lame or embarrassing. It's like, no, I'm just, I'm singing because I want to breathe. Like, I don't ever want to have panic attacks come back. So I'm singing to stay alive and have quality of life.
Absolutely.
And so I don't give a shit what you think of me. I'm here to celebrate life. I watched my mother die on a computer screen because it happened during COVID. I was in Germany. She was in California. It was before the vaccine. And I was too scared to get on a plane because I thought I would get COVID and die. Yeah. So I watched her die on a computer screen for I watched her die for 8 hours. And to me, that is the scariest thing, is to lay in an intensive care unit and be hooked and basically dying. So I have nothing to fear.
No.
I don't fear getting on a stage and performing. I don't fear if some people think I'm making a fool of myself. I don't give a shit. I'm having fun.
Absolutely. Being authentic self. Absolutely. And I completely, well, I just think that's phenomenal, actually. So yeah, I'm 53, so you know I'm only a little bit behind you, and I've been singing for 34 years, and it's not always easy to have that lifestyle because there's not a lot of opportunities where I live now in order to do certain things. So then I created my show, and then I've been teaching. I taught Zumba a lot in England before I came to Mexico, but. So, I write children's books. I don't know who I am without being a creative. I don't know who that Jaden is. So I will continue to do the same as well. And if it means, dancing around to Como la Flor by Selena in drag at 80 years old, I might even do that. I don't give a shit anymore, quite frankly. Might not be that pretty. I was watching this Netflix thing. I think it was like a Polish, I don't know. It was a Netflix thing called Queen, about this old Polish guy that went. He's a soup maker and he goes to live in France, and he's like the most celebrated Parisian drag queen, and he's like in his 60s, 70s. And I was like, do you know what? If all else bleeding fails, I'm doing that when I get to 60 and 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Because this will all be so white by then anyway. I'm just going to shave it off. And I'll be like Shirley Bassey or something. I'm going to be doing, or Cher. I'm going to be doing that at 70.
I mean, there's a saying, laughing all the way to the bank, but my attitude is laugh all the way to the grave.
All the way to the grave, absolutely. Yeah. And God knows, at this moment in time, we need as much laughing as we possibly can squeeze in, to be fair.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, another reason why I love keeping my Saturdays so busy performing is it means I don't have time for dinner parties. I find dinner parties so boring, and because it always goes to like politics and depressing subjects. And one of the things I love about performing is it's all about music and movement and dance. And nobody, like, there's, we don't have discussions. So we all look happy together. So I see the line dancers on the dance floor. It's like they're performing for me, and I'm performing for them.
Absolutely, everyone scratches each other's back. It's wonderful.
It's so beautiful.
What a blessed life, mate. What a best life.
I love it. It. So I'm gonna just keep laughing all the way to the grave. And when my father, who's 89 years old, he knows how busy I am, and he says, Rita, be so grateful that you're so busy and you have no boredom whatsoever, because he has boredom. He said to me, you can rest when you're dead.
Absolutely. I've always said that. I'll catch up on my sleep when I'm dead. Don't worry about it. I'm all right at the moment. So, yeah. No, too right. Well, power to you. Where are you on social media? Where can people find you?
Okay, well, I have a website. It is www.Rita de Los Angeles. That's Rita de Los Angeles.com. And on Instagram, you can find me at Rita.de Los Angeles. I am very active on Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active on social media. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Rita de Los Angeles, as well. So that would be the best. And then, of course, I'm on all the streaming platforms, Spotify. Just type in my artist name, Rita de Los Angeles, and you'll find all of my original songs there.
You're omnipresent. I love it.
Yes.
I bloody love it. People at home, you've met her, you love her. Make sure before you finish your cup of tea and your cheese sandwich that you actually go and follow Rita on all of her social media platforms. And as she said, don't forget all the music's on all the download and streaming platforms as well. So make sure you go and check all that out as well. I'm going to post the links throughout this interview of where you can find Rita, and on the right up to this episode, you'll also find a plethora of social media places that you can visit when you have some spare time and go and check Rita out in order to show her love and support. And maybe you can get into line dancing and go and see at one of her gigs. That would be pretty cool.
Thank you, Jaden. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness, it's absolute. I hope we stay in touch. And
yes, me too.
And come, let's meet up again in the fall when this documentary's coming out, and we'll do a little shout out about it.
Cool. I'd love that.
Because I want to see it. That'd be super great. We'll definitely do that. Rita de Los Angeles, thank you so much for spending time in your crazy ass schedule to come and visit me and chat on my show. And we will be in touch.
De nada. Thank you.
Hasta luego, mi amor. Bye bye. Bloody wonderful, super wonderful to meet her. What an amazing story. Can't wait to see that documentary about her later on in the year. So I'm sure she'll be posting links all over her social media platforms. So make sure you're following her everywhere. Go and show her love and support. I'm going to leave you with a bit more music from Rita. It's called Zero. We're going to watch that in a minute. But before you go, thank you for joining me and Rita today. Please make sure you've subscribed to this channel. Please make sure you share and tell all your friends about it. Leave comments. It's always lovely to hear from you. And I will see you with another spectacular guest next week on The Jaden Show. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like a dirty old rag, pretty ladies turn into an old hag. All the boys bring grab your coat and never worry about growing old. These boys should have sent your wife. Now you know from those black stained eyes. You're looking for a hero, but feels like a zero. Looking for love when the moon shines bright. Looking for a hero, but feels like a zero. When the sun comes down, she like to live before she dies. Like a zero, looking for love when the moon shines bright. Looking for a hero, but feels like a zero. When the sun comes down, she like to live before she dies. Looking for a hero, but feels like a zero. Looking for love when the moon shines bright. Looking for a hero, but feels like a zero. When the sun comes down, she like to live before she dies.